Hi, my name is Ian Alvarez, and I'm a student of the IT networking in Deltech, Delaware. This is my final project from the class Networking 2, and I'm going to show you how to do a basic home network configuration with one router, one switch, and two computers. Okay, for that I'm gonna be using Tracer Packer, and I'm gonna be using a text document edit to do my commands. Let me show you. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, here I got my Tracer Packer open. And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add my router that I'm gonna name router number one. Okay, then I'm gonna get my switch that obviously I'm gonna name switch number one, you know. Then I'm gonna have two computers, two PCs. This is gonna be PC number one and PC number two. And I put two PCs so I can I can ping them and test my networking or my network. Okay. Now, one thing that Mr. Esteban Rocha teaches in class is to always write down our commands, and I'm going to show you how to do that. But first, I will going to connect my devices. I'm going to connect my router to my switch using the Gigabyte 01 port to the Gigabyte 01 port in the switch. And then I'm going to connect my PC number one using my Fast Ethernet 0 to the switch port number one, and I'm gonna connect my computer number two from Ethernet 0 to Ethernet 2 on the switch, just to keep it, uh, clear. Actually, you know what? I will change this to port number 10, and I'm gonna change this one to port number 20, and you're gonna see why later. Okay. Okay, now I will going to do a configuration of my CLI on the router. And like I was saying a little bit earlier, our teacher teaches how to, Mr. Rochette teaches and always advised for us to write out all our commands we're going to use. That way it's going to be easy and faster. And here I got my basic configuration for the router. Like you can see here, I got my host name, router one. I already have that. I don't want it to be looking for the domain. I got my message of the day. I got my passwords, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, and then I'm going to go to my router. I'm going to go to CLI. I'm going to hit no or N for no. I'm going to hit enter, and I'm going to paste and exit. As you can see right now, I changed my router name to router number one, and I got all those commands went through with no problem. I'm gonna do exactly the same on my switch, and this time what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna change the name here. It's gonna be switch number one. Oh, I got actually one already. Let me do my capital S on the switch. That's way it's look more neat. And again, I'm just gonna copy and paste. So copy, I'm gonna go to my switch. I'm gonna go to CLI, and I'm going to hit enter. I'm gonna do right click and paste. And like you can see right here, switch has been already changed. So the name changed, all the commands went through, and I'm gonna hit enter. Now, what is the next step? The next step is for me to assign an IP address to these computers. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the desktop IP address, and I'm gonna do a static IP address for 192.168, 1 and 10. Okay, with the subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. So it's already there. And then I'm gonna come here on my PC number two, and I'm gonna do exactly the same. I'm gonna add the IP address. This one's I'm gonna do 192.68.1.20. So, and then subnet mask, I got the 255.255.255.0. So as you can see, I given the IP address to the PCs as the same port that I'm using on the switch. It's not and it's not mandatory. I mean, you can do it the way you want to. I just decided to do it that way. Um, for me to have it more organized. So if something happened and the computer lost connectivity, I know exactly what IP address assign because it's on the port. But it's just me. You don't have to do that. Now my next step is going to be I need to assign an IP address to this interface. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to type interface or inter for interface. And then I'm going to select the port gigabyte 01. And then I'm going to assign the IP address. It's going to be 192.168.1.1 with the subnet mask is going to be 255.255.255.0. Enter. No shutdown. Obviously, we want this port open. And like you can see here, say that the state of the port is go all the way up. And if you look here now, my router is starts sending information to my switch. It's still loading. Okay. So what I'm gonna do next? I'm gonna go to my PC number 1. After the configuration go through, I can show you here how my gigabyte 01 is already up on the device, on the settings, and my switch, the 20 and the 10 are open. Okay, and now I'm gonna go to my PC 1 and I'm gonna do ping to the router and be sure that everything is connected with no problem. Got 192.168.1.1, and I'm gonna hit enter, and boom, here you go. I got a reply for it. Now that's good. Now I'm gonna try to see if my PC number 2 is I actually be able to reach the computer. So I'm gonna type pin 192.168.1.20, and there you go. Here we got a reply. So we are good at that point. Okay. Now I'm gonna go to the PC number 2, and I'm gonna do exactly the same. I'm gonna go to command prompt. I'm gonna pin the router first, 192.168.1.1. That we know is gonna work because if I can pin from PC 1 to PC 2, it means that the router is configured right. But now let me see if I can see number 1. So pin 192.168.1.10. And here we go. We got a reply. So this is confirmed that my network is connected. So here I got my router. My router bring me internet from the outside, and then I have my switch. That the switch can allow me to connect different devices, and these devices are connecting one to another. Another way that I can move this here, and let me be sure that it's gonna be if I just get a new device. Suppose that I get a new computer and I put it right here because we have a new staff member that start later on this year. I'm gonna change the name to be sure that I'm the same page. And then I say, okay, let me just go ahead and put this one in switch port number 30. No, we don't have 30. We're gonna do 3. I'm gonna click in here. And then this one, I'm gonna put it in number 3 just because obviously we don't have 30 ports in here. So I'm gonna go to number 3, and I'm gonna go to the device and I say, okay, even that I put it in number 3, I'm gonna give it the IP address, a static IP address for 192.168.1.30. Oh, I think I typed something wrong here. Okay, 30. And with the subnet mask 255.255.255.0. I'm gonna exit out, and now the computer is loading. Oh, and now now I'm gonna do a command prompt, and I'm gonna try to pin computer number 1, 192.168.1.10, and I got a reply. Let me try PC number 2, 20. I got a reply. And the router. Let me pin, and there you go. So you can see this is a easy way. Not the easy way. This is a basic home networking. Obviously, the word says basic. I mean, we can go more advanced and do VLANs and assign ports to different computers. But so far, this is just a basic configuration and it's up and running. Thank you for watching. If you have any question, you can shoot me an email and see you around.